United 1-0 at the moment.
Come on, Palace!
Come on, Palace! And they could have had more. Oh, bloody hell, Palace. Come on. But anyway, we've got to concentrate on our game. Of course, it's all about the starting 11. We're going to be doing that as soon as we get that. That's going to be coming very shortly. And it's going to be really interesting to see what the starting 11 is going to be because Lee, David Luiz should be fit. Would you bring him back in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Instead of holding?
Well, you see, it doesn't matter now, does it? Like, Martinez was obviously brilliant, but he got dropped straight away. So, if you do it for one, you've got to do it for the other. So, David Luiz, who's outstanding towards the end of last season, deserves his place back in.
Yeah.
If we're going to go on that philosophy, I think
Have they scored?
And I also think, because we're at home today, and I think West Ham will be defensive, I think Ceballos will come in as well for El Neni.
Oh, so you put Ceballos in for El Neni?
Today I would do, just because I thought, by the way, El Neni was brilliant last week, but I just think defensively they're going to set up a little bit different. Yeah. So we just need that little bit more attacking edge from midfield. So I think that's the only, I do see them two changes. If he doesn't, then fair enough, but that's what I would do.
Yeah, I in the Flick app, I put my team in that, and if, by the way, if you want to put your team, go into the Flick app, the link's going to be in the description, you can download it for free. I actually went with the exact same team as last week, apart from I brought David Luiz back in. I left El Neni in there. I hear what you're saying. I suppose we don't need that defensive cover really, because of, you're right, they are going to be, I kind of see that now. Ceballos might be a good one. I mean, Pippa, what are you saying?
I expected to keep El Neni in the starting 11.
You keep him in?
Yeah, I think I'd pretty much keep the same starting 11 as last week. I know David Luiz is fit and will be available for selection. I don't know if he'll go straight in though. I know he's back in training, but you would expect him to go straight back in the game. Yeah. But I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Last week's team done really well.
Ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, that's fair enough. Fair comments.
Charlene, what do you reckon?
I did like Holdinho last week.
Holdinho.
But I would like to see David Luiz at the back there with Gabriel, so I'd perhaps bring David Luiz in.
Okay, Julian?
I'd keep Holding, definitely keep Holding in there.
So you keep Holding, you wouldn't bring back David Luiz?
He was faultless as far as I could see, so why drop him? The one I would change, I would bring in Ceballos, but for Xhaka.
Ceballos for Xhaka?
Oh,
yeah.
Controversial,
that. Interesting.
It's controversial.
It is controversial because
Why?
Because you keep El Neni in defence and you get a more creative player. Seems obvious.
Okay. That is a bit
it.
controversial. Stricto.
Yo, I don't even know the question. I just turned up.
Question, we're looking at, you just turned up late, right? But we're looking at the starting 11.
Yeah.
Right, and
is it out already? First of all.
Yeah. Somebody just said leave out El Neni, who I know you're a big fan of.
Ooh.
Somebody just Julian there was saying, don't leave out El Neni, leave out Xhaka. I'm putting Ceballos. But
Nah. Do you know, I'm not really a big fan of Xhaka, but I wouldn't drop him.
yeah.
I would start with him. Do you understand? El Neni to me, he's probably the first name on that team sheet for Arteta, you know. And then he puts in Aubameyang after El Neni. But
Come on.
Now I'm starting with El Neni, starting with Xhaka. Obviously, if things aren't working out, then change it.
Okay, Jake, what about you?
It's different. Because we're at home and we're against West Ham, I'd like to see him change the formation a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe play a 4 at the back and then have, instead of just having 3 attacking players, potentially have 4 with the 3 attackers and a number 10. Regarding your question, I wouldn't bring David Luiz back in. I'd stick with Holding because he didn't do anything wrong in the last game.
Okay.
But again, it's kind of harsh. So if I'm with that mentality, you have to stay with El Neni. And potentially add in Ceballos as another third midfielder and then change the formation a bit.
What about Ty? What are you saying, Ty?
Yeah, I think.
By the way, Palace are terrorising United.
I
in this
know,
game.
there should be more.
But
I would be tempted to change the team, but like you said, if it ain't broke, then don't try and fix it. I would just leave it like this because if we need to change, hopefully it's to rest players after hopefully having a good victory, then we need to. But I would just keep with the same team because we're high on confidence, so why not?
Okay. Pippa, you got any comments?
I got one here that said Saliba should start, but unfortunately Saliba played last night in
Saliba
under-23,
played last night,
and that's from
didn't he?
Lincoln.
Yeah, Saliba did play last night, so I won't start. DT.
I only just turned it
Just
on.
turn it up, right?
How is the mic? Is it working? Is it good? Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Yeah,
You're not DJing. You're not DJing.
DJ now.
What about you, the team? Would you keep the same team as last week?
I'd make a couple of changes. I'd bring David Luiz back in. I think central, if we play a free, he would be very important.
Yeah.
So that's where I'd maybe make the change, and I would take Tierney out of the defensive free and put him in the wing back on the left-hand side. So I think that's pretty much the kind of change.
So,
maybe
so you drop out Ainsley then?
It's between Ainsley or Hector for the right-hand side.
So give me your back four then, your back line.
If it's a back three, then it would be David Luiz, Rob Holding, and Gabriel.
Okay.
And then Tierney on the left full-back, either Hector or Ainsley on the right, and then the other one would probably be Ceballos or El Neni. But El Neni did really well.
Yeah, it's hard to drop El Neni out because he played well, but it's all about the creativity, isn't it?
But also, it's all about who will be selected as well. Because I got a comment from Barcad on YouTube. He says, "Does Pepe fit in Arteta's system? He seems to be on the bench a lot." Do you think Pepe will start today?
That's a question there. Lee Judges, let's get you that. Is Pepe fit into Arteta's system? He always seems to be on the bench, but it's early in the season, isn't it?
It is very early in the season. And to be fair to Pepe, I thought like towards the end of last season, he played really well, played fantastic in the final.
Yeah.
So I think that he is going to be involved. It's just at the moment maybe, like just setting in Willian. I think I think it's horses for courses. I think that's the good thing we've got. We can change it about. It may be that Willian's on the bench today and Pepe comes in. You know what I mean? I think we've got those options, and it's nice that we have got those options.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got those options so much in the midfield, and that's why we need to strengthen it now.
I wouldn't be leaving Willian out. Where he played last week, he was brilliant.
He did play really well. The thing is, we've got to remember is that Pepe came back later.
Look at him there! Look at him there! He's in! Get that! Oh! Go again! Give it! Get the ball, Black! He's onside! He's onside! Go on! Yeah! He's on!
Now they're going to check
He's
it.
on!
Yeah, wait,
Offside.
He's on.
He's on! Look, he's on there!
By the way, this is the
Look, he's on!
Palace game.
He's on!
Isn't it?
Oh no!
He's offside.
Oh no!
He's offside.
Why did he take so long to pass the
He
ball,
took too
man?
fucking long, blood!
That would have made it 2-0 to Palace, by the way.
Miles offside.
We're all Palace
Why is
fans.
he taking so long to pass? Look how long I'm screaming at him! Look how long I'm screaming! I'm saying, play the ball,
Pogba
blood!
coming off.
I know, man.
So
Pogba coming off. What were we saying?
Willian and Pepe's came back later as well, and he's only recently had a baby as well. So, I think people are reading too much into it. Way too much. People that are sitting there saying that Pepe doesn't fit into the system forget that he was key to the same system at the latter part of last season. So much so that everyone was saying, watch next season what Pepe's going to be like.
It's the first game, and I'm sure he's gonna come back into things.
It's overreactionary.
Yeah, I've got a comment here, right? Where's this guy? This guy said, stop embarrassing Arsenal by celebrating United. Losing.
Man.
Listen, mate, go do one, yeah? Right? I will celebrate United losing. They celebrate us losing. I'll celebrate them losing. What are you talking about? Is he mad?
Is he mad?
Come on, man. I'm sorry,
That is
bro. This
funny.
is football, man. This is how we are. It's a
Man
tribal
Man
thing.
United fans will be West Ham fans,
They will be West Ham fans at 8 o'clock, and they were Fulham fans last week. And they nearly just scored as well. That would have shut us right up. But no, listen, and I want to find out quickly from everybody before we get the teams come in. And somebody's asked it in the comments. Gareth Bale.
Oh, why are we talking about him?
Gareth Bale, are we worried that Bale's come back in Tottenham?
No, I'm not worried.
Behave yourself,
I
man.
think what it is, I'll be honest, it's a boost for them because they was down. They was really like, I had fans coming in the shop this week saying, we could even be like in a relegation battle. That's how bad it was. But that's a big lift for them.
It's lifted
them up.
Whether
they do anything on the pitch.
You worried about Bale?
No.
No, seriously, seriously, you worried about Bale?
The only reason why I'm worried about Bale is that he might take my time slot on the golf course.
Oh, there's Palace are through again here. You got to stop
They're going to ruin
They've
it.
had so many chances.
About 7
Palace.
now.
It's been
No
unbelievable.
exaggeration.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not worried about
Unbelievable.
him. Robbie, no.
So you're not worried at all?
No,
Not
I
worried
told
at all.
you. I said that already. The only
He's
thing that
injury
he
prone,
concerns me about is that he takes my time slot on the golf course. That's it. I'm not worried about Gareth Bale in any way, shape or form.
What about you, Pippa? You Bale?
No, obviously it's an exciting prospect for Tottenham to bring him back.
Prospect?
Yeah, it's prospect now.
Prospect. I said this the other day, yeah? Tottenham have taken 7 years to replace Gareth Bale with Gareth
Exactly, and it's like a prospect
Bale. And
now.
do you know the mad thing? Is that I'm hearing that
Checking a
he's,
penalty, yeah?
I'm hearing that he's actually out
Checking a penalty.
for the next 4 or 5 weeks
Exactly,
anyway.
he's
He's injured.
injured.
That's a penalty.
Hold
by
on
the
a
way.
minute.
I
They're
think someone
checking a
knew that.
VAR handball.
That's a penalty.
A handball.
That's a penalty.
Oh, that looks like
That is a
handball.
penalty.
Oh, it
That
is.
looks like handball.
That's a penalty. They
Look
give
where
one the
his
other
arm-
Come on,
day.
Palace.
His arms
That
in an
looks-
unnatural position.
That's
The one
handball.
against Liverpool,
He's
they give
arm-
that.
Robbie, his arms in an unnatural position.
Liverpool versus Leeds, they give that.
That's
penalty.
handball.
Out from his body.
Liverpool versus Leeds, they
Surely
give
a
that
penalty can't go against.
No, he
Man
guides
United.
it. Like his hands up, but then he guides
If
it
he
all the
does
way.
the box, it's a penalty. Yes!
He's giving it.
Wait, no, he's going
Oh, he's bottling it. He's bottling it. He's going to
He's
the
gonna say it's
screen.
not. He's gonna say
He's
it's
going
not.
to the screen. He's bottling it.
They gave it one last week.
By the way, the team will be out in a minute.
That's why he's going, because he's going to be like.
A worldwide Gooner Elite said Bell isn't even as good as Saka. Behave.
That's an unnatural.
I hear you on that.
Ollie's watching
Look,
that.
his arm.
Oh, that's handball to me.
It's a penalty.
That looks handball. Come on, ref. Ah, you've got to give that.
I'll tell you what, they give it last week. They've got to give
You've
it
got
now.
to give that.
100%. They
taking
give
so
it
long
at
for
least
it.
one
He's
last
taking
week.
ages. I don't think he's going to give it.
No, look where his arm
I
is.
think
His
that's
arm's
handball.
out.
Here we go. What's he going to do?
Penalty.
He's giving it. He's giving it.
Oh, dear,
Milivojevic.
No, Ty. It's not a send
Right, we got the starting 11, right? But we're gonna go. We've got the starting 11. Pippa's gonna give you 1 second, guys. Pippa's gonna give you the starting 11 in a minute. But before we go to the starting 11, we're gonna watch the penalty. We're gonna watch this penalty, right? Before we go to the starting 11.
No, what's the starting 11?
Hold on.
we watch the
Hold on. I
penalty.
want to watch the penalty
I
first.
think that's harsh. Yeah, I think it's harsh. I wouldn't like that.
And
to
for
happen.
that guy who said, "Why are you worried about?" We want to watch it.
I don't think it's hard.
We knew you'd say that, Laurie, because you're a Man United fan. We knew that.
Right, here we go for the. Here we go for the penalty.
That's not what's his name taking it.
Are you?
Are you? Come
Oh,
on.
Milivojevic is not taking
Are
it.
you?
Ayu's taking it. Ayu's taking it.
You better.
He's fluffed so many chances today.
This is
No
to go
fluff
top
it.
the league for Palace.
We go for the penalty, then we're going to do the starting 11.
Goalkeeper's left.
Here we go. Palace to go 2-0.
He's missed it! He's missed it!
What is that?
He moved before it was kicked. He's moved!
That's the worst penalty. That penalty was dreadful.
The ball was rolling in.
Anyway. Let's get to the starting
Robbie,
11.
can I just say one
Let's
thing?
get.
Can
Oh,
I
wait, 1
just say
second.
one thing?
No, 1 second. Starting 11. Here we go. Here we go.
There's been 2 changes from last weekend's game against Fulham. I'll give you the goalkeeper first, of course. It's Leno. Bellerin's in there. Gabriel's in there. Holding is still in there. Tierney, Xhaka, Ceballos is in the team now. And Saka, Willian, Aubameyang and Lacazette. Ooh. Decent.
So then he's out.
Saka's
Who's on?
getting some time.
Have you got the substitutes?
Oh, sorry, on the bench, it's Matt Macey, David Luiz, Kolasinac, Maitland-Niles, El Neni, Pepe and Nketiah.
David Luiz.
So interesting.
Don't let Jordan retake it, bro. Don't let Jordan retake it. What's making the
We're
team?
getting very distracted.
They're retaking
Yeah,
it.
because
They're
that's
retaking the
why I
penalty.
Oh my God! Troops, they're retaking the
I was only mucking about when I said that.
It must suck to
No,
be a Man
because they
United
brought
fan
in
right now.
I was only mucking about when they said that.
They've now brought in new rules. Oh, we're gonna watch
stressful, you know.
we're gonna watch the retake of the penalty. Then we're gonna go
Now, wait, Robbie.
I was mucking about when they said he moved up his arm.
That's my guy.
Let's hope he was watching me last night.
Why am I not?
Right, Zaha to take it this time.
Come on, Zaha, man.
All right.
Hey, and you know what, Robbie? That was identical to my penalty last night.
Oh, get lost.
He's been watching.
Get lost, man.
Identical.
All right.
Identical to my penalty.
Let me just. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just once
Now
again.
what's going on? Hold on. Oh, you're looking at this.
They're so distracted right now.
Nah, no encroachment. No encroachment.
Anyway, what do you guys make of the team? DT, what do you make of the team?
What was it again?
All right, I'm gonna give it
Leno,
to you.
Bellerin, Gabriel, Holding, Tierney, Xhaka, Ceballos, Saka, Willian, Aubameyang and Lacazette. So Saka's in and also Ceballos.
What's very evident about that, it's not free at the back.
So Maitland-Niles has been left out and...
Maitland-Niles is on the bench, David Luiz on the bench, Kolasinac, El Neni, Pepe and Nketiah on the bench.
So he's got more attacking.
Huh?
Got more attacking.
Yeah. So you don't think four at the back now?
No, it's four at the back. It's not free.
You think of four? You don't think that's a free?
Go through the names again.
So again, Leno, Bellerin, Gabriel, Holding, Tierney, Xhaka, Ceballos.
So the main centre backs there. So you've got. Bellerin,
So you've got Gabriel, Holding,
Gabriel,
and
Holding, and Tierney.
And then what's the
Bellerin, Saka. Maybe Saka's on the left. Saka could be that. Yeah, Saka.
But then
could be
where would
that.
Maitland-Niles go then?
Yeah, it is flexible.
It is flexible.
Oh, Maitland-Niles
What do you
on
make
the
of that
bench,
team? You happy with that team?
Yeah, I'm surprised El Neni got left out, given that he did have such a good performance.
Yeah.
But we know that El Neni's a squad player if he's going to be anything this season. So I'm happy with the lineup. It's definitely strong enough to beat West Ham.
Okay.
Especially with our attack as well. And we've got a good bench with the likes of Pepe and that on it.
Okay. What are people saying in the comments?
You won't even believe this. So we've given the lineup, we mentioned all the players, and there's so many comments saying Ozil's being treated badly by the club, Ozil this, Ozil that.
Well, Ozil's not even on the bench.
He's not even on the bench, so I'm not.
And I think an interesting thing to note is that Torreira's not on the bench. We know that we're interested in selling him. Very interesting that he's not on the bench. Very interesting, of course, Guendouzi not on the bench. No Ozil either. Kolasinac is though on the bench, and he's the player that's been linked with a move away. But I did see this week that he was saying that he'd like to stay. So.
And Arteta said that he has no players going to be leaving.
You don't always
apparently in his press
get what
conference.
you want in life, do you?
Yeah.
You know, I'd like a pay rise from you, but it ain't going to happen, is it?
Robbie, I've got a question for you. I've got a question for you from
Go with the United fans.
From Mohammed Yassin Osman. He says, Robbie, would you rate Willian in a cam position?
Yeah, I would. I think he can play that position, and I certainly think that we're going to see him in that position at some time this season. I really do. Willian, I think we're going to see him in that sort of attacking, number 10 type position.
Look, we've got some big games coming up after today,
but
we need to take care of business today, because I think our next 3 games away after today are Liverpool, Man City, Man United.
Yeah. So some difficult away games, very difficult games.
And Leicester. We've got Leicester away on Wednesday.
Leicester.
And if we beat Leicester, we could be potentially away to Liverpool again.
They're breaking again. They're breaking again.
Alisson in again.
Alright, Jordan, you're so annoying,
Alisson
bro.
in again.
Alright, Jordan, Ayu's pissing me off, man.
Anyway,
what's wrong with him?
Anyway, we've come to the end of the starting 11. I'm going to just run you through the starting 11 again. Leno in goal, Bellerin, Gabriel, Holding, Tierney, Xhaka, Ceballos, Saka, Willian, Aubameyang and Lacazette. And the substitutes are Matt Macy, David Luiz, Kolasinac, Maitland-Niles, El Neni, Pepe and Nketiah. You know what? We haven't done West Ham's team yet. I'm going to see if I can find the West Ham
we
lineup.
know Jack Wilshere, unfortunately.
Right, the West Ham lineup is Fabianski in goal, Fredericks, Diop, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Masuaka, Declan Rice, Soucek, Fornells, Bowen and Antonio. And then on their bench is Randolph, Valbuena, Johnson, Yarmolenko, Anderson, Lanzini and Haller. Those are the teams. We are going to be back. Don't forget for the live watch along. Make sure you watch. It's going to be good. And let's hope we can get those 3 points.